The unit ships with 3 banding straps that are easily removed with scissors. And the way our box is designed, there's no reason to actually open the top of the box, so there's no tape that needs to be cut at this point. So what we got is we have 4 locking tabs. So to unlock them, I'm going to squeeze the bottom 2 tabs together, lift up, and pull the cap out. I will do this for the next 3. And then now we'll remove the skin. It's just straight up, nice and slow, and put the carton down behind the monitor. Styrofoam, screen protector foam, and there was a 3rd piece of styrofoam, but it actually stayed inside the box when we lifted it up. The monitor has come in a sealed bag to reduce any kind of humidity, so I suggest scissors and cutting it right below the melted seam. And now we're going to curl the bag down along the sides of the screen. So this is the back side of the monitor after it's been unboxed. We have our protection sheet that's here that I recommend leaving on until after we get the brackets on. The accessories for this model are located in the rear, bottom right. You have your owner's manual. This will contain your pens, your power cable. So we're going to put this to the side and we're going to move on to putting on the brackets. Here's the mounting bracket for the rear of the screen. The way we know the top, it has a hook. And then we have 2 locking screws to keep it from falling off the plate after we mount it. So we're going to start out with, for this particular model, we already know the screw is going to be at the uppermost point and the lowermost. And you hand thread at this point. Okay, now that I have this first bracket on but not tightened, due to the weight of the screen, we're going to lift up this bracket until it stops, which will leave about a 1/3 of an inch gap, and then we'll tighten the screws. A stiff hand tightening is more than this actually needs. And then again on this arm, we lift up on the bracket, and then we tighten firmly. And this is the sharp option, that sound AV bar that we're going to add on. This is a PN ZCM S1. What we're going to do, we leave on this protection tab until we've got it mounted. So we're going to just leave the sticker on there. There's actually a tab to remove it when we need to. Standard metric screw hole on the bottom. We're going to add this bracket ahead of time, and the bracket's going to end up mounting on the rear of the screen. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the bracket that normally goes on the top of the bezel. 2 screw hole points will face the rear of the camera. And I'm going to use, it comes with 2 screws, but I'm going to use the black one, which will keep the sound bar from moving too much. If you use the other screw, you'll actually get a small degree of turn left and right. But for this case, we're not going to want it. And what we're going to do now, we're going to put our sound bar down, and I'm going to remove the screen protection just temporarily, get it out of the way by removing these 2 pieces of tape. So what I've done is I've basically curled the protection sheet down far enough so that I can put the camera on, because I want to protect the screen until we actually have it on the stand. So what I've done is this label that they've put on here tells you where the center of the screen is. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the 2 Phillips screws that are on either side of the centering tab. Okay, now that I've removed the 2 temporary screws in the bag of accessories that comes with the camera, it's got 2 longer screws that we're going to utilize to mount the camera. Okay, and it's mounted. And we still have our screen protector on. We have our brackets on, so we're ready to get a second person and put it up on a rolling cart. So we've already assembled our sharp rolling cart. It's a PN SR780M. And for this, we've got it backwards, and we're going to lock the casters in both places so that it doesn't roll. In this particular model, since there's no handles on the screen, what the factory has done is they put handle holes on the side of the bottom of the box. And so what we're going to do is, since we still have a screen protector on, we're going to put one hand up on the top, we're going to put one hand in the handle hole, and we're going to lift up to the bracket. And now that we know that it's in place, we're both going to hold the bag and the bottom of the box, and we'll just pull down. Okay, and with the supplied L hex, we're going to tighten this until the screw bottoms out on the frame for the rolling cart. This is what keeps it from someone being able to lift it up or moving it left and right. Top one's done, and now we start on the bottom. This is the most important one because this one actually keeps someone from lifting it off the bracket. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. And now we're going to wire up the soundbar, AV soundbar. So we have power, which is a supplied adapter that comes in the box, and this is a USB-C. So we're going to have a USB-C cable that comes in the box, and one end is Type A, one is USB-C. So let me connect that first. Push it until you hear a click. Okay, so here's our two USB 3.0. They're indicated with the color blue within the socket. So I'm going to utilize the top one for my camera. And we'll do the wire management after. And now we have the AC adapter for the camera. So I'm going to hold the top of the camera, put that in, and this particular rolling cart comes with a power strip that you're already hooked onto here. We pre-added the shuttle brackets, so normally it does not come with either of these brackets. And then here's the adapter. What I recommend is going from the second one up because it's raised out, and that's how you would power your camera. And now I'm going to put in the power cord. Easiest way to do it, you're going to have your ground facing back. Put up till it's nice and snug. And the screen is now plugged in. So this is where we would put our optional shuttle computer. The shuttle comes with an HDMI cable that we're going to utilize. It comes with what we call a power brick or AC adapter. This bracket keeps it secure in place so someone can't take the AC adapter. So the first thing we'll do is, now that the shuttle's within its bracket, your bracket may vary in style, but for this particular one, this is from our newer shuttle. So I'm going to plug it into the uppermost, which is for power, and right below that is our HDMI port. And this screen in its accessory kit ships with the USB-A to Style B for touch. So let me connect that to the rear of the shuttle. Okay, so this top port, we have 3 HDMI ports, but we're going to go to HDMI 1, and we're going to go to touch 1. We actually have 2 touch terminals, but we're going to utilize touch 1. And now we're moving on to installing the Wi-Fi module. This is the front of our screen. Here's where one of 2 magnetic pens would go. So the way to know is the plate is just a little bit to the left of your right pen. There's going to be 2 Phillips screws under here. These 2 Phillips screws get removed, a plate comes down. Okay, so we have the plate removed, and there's now an exposed slot. You'll feel that it's kind of magnetic, and it's going to pull it into place. Just keep pushing until it's recessed. And now the Wi-Fi module's active. In your accessory kit, it comes with 2 magnetic pens. So I'm going to show you the places that the screen is designed for. It'll hold them right in place magnetically. Next accessory we're going to set up is our remote control that comes with the unit. It has a protective film. We're going to just peel that off. Also in the accessory bag will be 2 AAA batteries. So we're going to open up the bottom door and we're going to insert the batteries based on the markings described. And now we're going to remove the screen protection. And our final step before powering it up, the AV soundbar comes with a protective screen that we'll just take off. And right now we're done, other than powering up the screen. Now our final step is the main power switch, which is right next to your AC inlet on the back of the screen. You just flip the rocker switch and now the main power is on.